let's get into tip-top shape. Hello everyone, today I'm going to show you how I run with a camera. That's basically it really. I've just took it out of the bum bag, I've got a little hand strap, I can take photos. So how did I get here? Well, first of all I shoot with a slightly smaller than usual mirrorless camera in the micro 4/3 system. This is an Olympus. I can get on much larger lenses than that. I can stow it away, zip it up like any other bum bag, and then lock it in. To summarise, really the key to this is this little cinch here. If you can just see the bungee strap there, I'll do some close-ups in a bit. It locks around the camera body and you can see the bum bag take more of the form. So this is a low alpine light flight 5 bum bag. It's 5 litres. It's got a pocket here with a zip. It's got the main compartment pocket here. This is just one pocket with a front cord and a zip. And it's got a side pocket. This pocket is identical to the other side, and in total it's about 5 litres. As well as that, I've got my running hydration vest on, and with the camera I'm using just there, which you'll see in another scene, I can hold the camera in here because it's small enough. I can also put the camera in here, in this side pocket. Which means if I'm just using that camera there, I can put it in there, and I've got probably 3/4 of the space left of the bum bag to use. So that means if you want to go out and you've got a small camera system, either it be a compact or an advanced compact like that is, a micro 4/3, you can fit it in the side pouch, and in here you can still get jacket, extra layer, water, food. In the side pouch, even with a camera in the middle here, I've got food, I've got battery, SD card, I've got microfiber towel which I use to clean the camera. So the beauty of this setup is it's small if I'm running it on the bum bag here, and most importantly, which you'll see in some of the clips we're running about, I'll just do it here, there's virtually no movement. Here you can see my camera moving about. If I use that camera I'm filming with and I put it in this pocket here or this one here, there is a little bit of movement, but it's just because the hydration vest I'm wearing is elasticated. I've got another one which has like a hip belt, a 20-litre one, and it's basically a replica of this little pocket here, so I can put that little camera into there. Yes, that's how I do it. So I've ran up to a spot, I unclinch the top buckle, I unzip it, flip the screen, take the lens cap off, and then I'm taking a photo. It's that quick. And then turn it back off, flip the screen, put the lens cap on, and as you can see in one of the shots, I can do that whole process as I'm moving. So there I did it stationary. You can see here, if I get it out again, I'm running about, I can have it. It's got a very small hand grip for the side and a thumb grip, so I can keep a hold of that pretty well, but I've got a backup hand strap. I could virtually run with that for 20-30 minutes, maybe more, before I start getting a little bit of ache in the arm. So yeah, that's the basics of how I do it. And the key to carrying this camera system, that whatever camera it is that you may have or maybe thinking of getting, no matter the size, is after zipping it up is this bungee cord system. So if you see here, there are some straps on my hydration vest which tighten it. You can get those on some bum bags and they'll sit over the top. So what you want to do is you want to look for a bum bag with this extra cinch, this extra strapping setup. So this is the Low Alpine Light Flight 5, and you can still get this online. I think they've got a replacement now, and the company's now owned by Rab, I believe, but they're still making similar sort of bum bags. So you want to be looking for one which straps this camera in. So then if you're running with a larger camera, maybe even a full frame with a small pancake lens on it, you could still get that set up in here because of this extra feature which locks the camera in. So you want to look for that, or a strap which you can tighten, and that'll make this possible, and then you'll be able to get away with running with virtually no bounce, even with this weight of this camera. If you're running with a smaller camera like the one I'm filming with and you're putting it in here, this doesn't really matter. Or you can put it into the larger bum bag system itself, and then what you should do is just wrap the camera in a larger microfiber towel like this, and then what it'll do is it'll fill the space of the bum bag, and then you'll basically be getting the similar effect as where the volume will be covered and it'll be filled inside, and then there won't be any room for the camera to bounce around or move around. So if the bum bag isn't moving, which it doesn't because it's so tightly strapped to me, and it has wide hip straps, which means I never have issues with fatigue or aching or pain here. So if the bum bag isn't moving, then your camera system shouldn't be moving either. So the biggest question is, does it bounce? And is it, like a sub-question of that is it comfortable? And to prove that, I've used this system exactly as it is now, with camera and accessories and some food and drink here, on multi-day races. I've filmed multi-day races, which you can watch the films at the end of this video. I've done 30, 40, 50k days with this on, day after day. I've also done multiple 100-kilometre ultra marathons myself, overnighters, and I've used this exact setup. So I've been using it for 2 to 3 years now, and with the camera in the front here, which I've got at the moment, even with a different lens on, or even a slightly larger lens, that's still no issue. So I've got the camera, I've got camera accessories in here and some food, and then I have some water here with that set up on my poles at the back here on the loops. I can run for 24, I've run up to nearly 30 hours non-stop with this, and this hasn't been the issue. So I've been in mountainous environments, up, down, fast, slow, sat down, having to deal with feet issues. So if something comes up, even though it's tight, I can spin it round, I can go to the toilet. Now I can deal with foot issues, so if I need to tie my laces, I can just spin that round and then back. Maybe once every hour, sometimes not as soon as that. I just grab the straps and I give it a tiny little bit extra there, there's maybe a couple of mil I've tightened it by, and then again it's even tighter now. There is a tightening buckle at the bottom of this strap which goes underneath the Bumbag. I've never ever had to adjust that because there are 2 bungee cords around this camera right now, but it actually equates to 4 in the way that it's been looped. So that's tightly sat in there, and as you can see, there's virtually 0 movement in that bag. One of the best features of running a Bumbag system with a camera in it is that if the weather's bad and you're obviously going to be trail running, and that might happen, I can chuck a bag on. I can chuck a jacket on, and then with a hydration vest, I'm not always going to be able to get a jacket over the top of it. I can in this instance because I've just got a phone here and nothing else in it. But I've never had an issue with fitting a jacket over the top of a Bumbag. There we go. So I'm now fully waterproofed. So it doesn't matter about the Bumbag, it doesn't matter about the camera system and whether that's weather sealed or not. This one is, but within a few seconds I can be fully sealed. Take it off like that if I want to. And on top of that, I've still got access, so I just lift that up, uncinch, camera's out. Take photos in the rain for a few seconds. I've got the microfiber towel and accessories in here. I can dry it off, and then I can put the camera straight back in, sort of semi-dry. Lock it back up, jacket is back over it, and we're good to go again. And then I can run for 20-30 minutes or until I want to use the camera again, just like that. And the camera system should all stay dry. Now if you're really worried, what I do sometimes, which I've done for multi-day races, is if I open it up, inside here I can put a dry bag, which is slightly larger than this volume here for this section of the bag, and then I can put the camera inside the dry bag and then just fold the top over the top. Like, I won't clip it in, but it'll be fully concealed in the bag, and then it just takes a few extra seconds to just open the dry bag up inside, and then I can take the camera out, and then I can put it back in again in a few seconds. And then this way I've got a jacket. You can waterproof your Bumbag and then put it in a dry bag. So the camera I'm filming with at the moment there, I would usually put in this pocket here, or I'll put it up here. But if I put it into this one, it's much more accessible. Unlike if I wanted to access something from the hydration vest, so that's down, I'd have to open that up and then get in here like this. It can be awkward, or I might even have to take this off to get around to the back pockets I've got, my kidney area. So as you can see, it's a very simple setup, but it's so versatile, so functional and dynamic. It's giving me extra options. I could fit this jacket into here, into the Bumbag if I wanted to. Leave the microfiber behind. If there's so many variations you could do. It's amazing. You can't see it at the moment, but hopefully you can in the other shots. On the top here, with this bungee cord, I can fit a little tripod, and then I just put the bungee cord there, and it sits in the profile on the top of the camera here. And I've done that for years. It's never affected the camera. It's never affected this bag. I don't feel the extra weight. It doesn't bounce around, which you'll see hopefully in another shot. And it just gives me that option to take out a little camera, like a little action camera. I can use the tripod for that and hold it with my hands. But then if I want to do take a video or some time lapses or something as I'm running along, I can take the tripod off, put it down, and as I'm doing with the camera I'm filming with here, just screw it on, put it down, frame the shot, and then take the shot, come back, put it all away, and it'll just sit there. So then that's on top of having camera accessories, water, food, or my poles on the back. So it really is a versatile setup. Just want to thank the Patreons that have helped support me recently. They're making some of the documentaries I've been working on last year and that I'm still yet to release for this year, and they've made them possible, which is amazing, and then they're making videos like this possible, so I really do appreciate that, so thank you.